Okay, good afternoon. It's Tony Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. The date is the 15th of December, Tuesday, and we're reviewing a number of CCTV alerts that have come in from the Cheshire investigation. This is a long-standing investigation. We've been looking at this particular building since May of 2020. As a quick recap, this room here is what we call the main office. This is where the activity spontaneously just erupted around about March of this year. It then, after several weeks, completely moved rooms. It went into the opposite end of the building, into what we call the empty office, and a lot of the review footage or movies we've done on YouTube have covered that particular area. About 4 or 5 days ago, it suddenly sprang back. It's back here now, which makes it even more intriguing. As an example, I dealt with a couple of movies at the weekend, dealt with 2 yesterday, and I've got another 14 to deal with. So it's gone from completely flatline for 2.5 months to bang, off it's gone. So when we're dealing with again a considerable amount of noises, we've also reset the trigger objects, these light emitting balls, which is one here, I think there's one here and one here. I think they're around here anyway, just to see what's occurring. We are dealing with a high number of unexplained knocks and bangs, and we've also got a video where the noises appear to come from the ceiling area. There's no attic as such, it's just open space, and you've got like the false ceiling in there. Rentokil was brought in just to really rule out any form of infestation from vermin, that type of thing, and no, there's nothing up there yet. Clearly on one of the video that the owner did, there's distinctly noises coming from above. So we're going to look at that at some point, so we'll see how this one takes us. We may be dealing with a audible as well as visual. We may be dealing with both of them. If these trigger objects begin to light up, we're often finding we've got sounds incorporated just after. So what tends to happen is the light is what triggers the alert state of the CCTV. And as it's recording a further minute of footage, we then get phenomena, sometimes voices, but predominantly these rap sounds. So let's get straight into this. I'm just using a little bit of EQ, just really to amplify it. I'm not using any EQ at this moment in time. If I do hear any noises, I'll start to look at that in more detail. So we're going to concentrate for the moment on the actual visual, if you know what's caused this to trigger. Right, okay, so that's quite a strong couple of sounds. I'm going to turn this up a bit more because it's a fairly quiet camera, this one. We'll go back to beginning. This is the 13th of, which was Sunday. There's no trigger objects been placed yet. These weren't placed until the 14th. So we're not going to see anything visual. This is gone purely noise. What we've also done as well, we've got a camera on the outside of the building. I've expressed some concerns over, is it possibly someone outside the building throwing stones up, because there's a high number of other businesses and their staff aware of this investigation that's occurring. So we're acutely aware of the strong possibility of fraud. The reason why we wanted to try and rule that out. So we are monitoring now from the outside of the building. No one can enter the building without the CCTV being picked up. So if we do find something like audible from the 14th, when the camera's set there, certainly won't be covering on the 13th, like this noise, we will be able to rule out if there's something from outside that's causing it. For example, throwing a stone at the window. Okay. We'll turn the volume back and just get a fundamental frequency on that one on normal volume. I'll go back to that. The other thing is, well, there isn't a window behind here. The only window is that and that. There's no window here. It's just a wall. I did speak to Mel with this one, and he had a look to see if anything would find. I couldn't actually find anything. Okay. So I'm going to turn the volume back down to 0. Now just see what frequency we can actually get. I'll get rid of that now. Don't need that. There. Seems to be 3 now. Didn't. Or was it 2? Just loop that. That's a fundamental frequency. Okay. These here are the reflections of the sound. There's also a small one here around about 500. So the fundamental frequency is around about 1400 hertz. Okay. What I always do with this, the frequency plays such an important role that we'll screenshot that frequency. I think this is movie 196. Okay. Okay. Nowhere else was to go with this. This is unexplained sound. We need a lot more of these to compare, like side by side, to see if there is a common thread with them. So it's difficult to be absolutely certain with. So right, I shall see you on the next movie. Okay, thank you.